Torp here. I got a little jacked up today. As you guys know, I spend a lot of time talking about other content creators. That's what I do. And DoorDash. That's what I mostly do in the gig economy. Today I got a little jacked up because I caught something from Alex. There's a channel here. The man's name is Alex. I no longer say his channel name because no matter how I say it, it gets me into 6 months of time out from the lounge. So I stopped. But as I watched Alex's live, I noticed they were talking about Flex's live from last night, 27th. So I had to go through a 4-hour fucking live to figure out what the fuck, if anything, was going on. Here's what I found out. Here's what I want to share with you. I saw a lot of men yelling and screaming just like I was with Roy. And then the people saying, tuck your 12 between your legs. Why'd you leave? You tucked your 12 between your legs. Because I got shut up. I got muted. You guys know this. I'm not going to go through the whole thing. It's old news. But I saw these guys doing the same thing. But more importantly than that, I was confused by something. We got a bunch of guys here in the gig economy content creators that want to talk about each other and get pissed off when one of them doesn't agree with the other one because they're not on the same side in that conversation. Welcome to the club. Trouble in paradise. It's been my whole life. There's always trouble in paradise. Have you all had a Thanksgiving dinner with a big group of family that you haven't seen in a while? Kind of reminds me of the lounge. So as I'm watching the playback of the 27th of July of the lounge, I noticed that Dashing Trader was on there. I couldn't wait to hear that. It's all right. Don't worry. I'm not going to go full tilt. I got something to share with you, though. Mr. Flex is always going on about how much he likes Dashing Trader and Pedro. That's his prerogative. He'll not tell me he's wrong. Fuck it. What Mr. Flex thinks, what he believes, or what he promotes, has fucking donuts to do with me. His philosophy will never change mine. My philosophy belongs to me and me alone. I make the decisions on what I believe, what I think. So as I know, and you guys are pretty privy to, Dashing Trader is a liar, a scammer, and a manipulator. And what I heard him say on the lounge was nothing short of proving my point. He got a super chat where he got big money from his supporters. Remember, most of his content is related to scams. It's as I said before, if you're going to scam somebody and they support you, you have found the dumbest motherfuckers on the planet to send you money. That motherfucker should be making phone calls on cell phones and selling little old ladies contracts to tar their driveways using nothing but dark syrup. Because that's what that motherfucker does. The reason I get upset about that is because AdSense supports this kind of shit. Have you noticed that when men get paid, I'm not saying women right now because there's no women in this circle that are doing this. When the men get paid to scam the DoorDash system and get paid by the AdSense system to do it, for me, the respect is null and void. I am not a little old lady waiting to get my driveway paved with dark syrup when I was expecting blacktop. And if that analogy escapes you, Dashing Trader is selling fucking swampland in Florida to dashers. There you go. So as I watched this live back in parts, because I wanted to know what I was going to talk about, have some facts behind it. Mr. Flex is finally getting upset because his own people have decided that their secrets with him are now important enough to find some popularity with that inner circle or other people. Why, I don't know. Every glitch gets figured out. They all get patched. And yes, I agree with Mr. Flex on something. As soon as you talk about it in public, it's going to pop. They're going to fix it. They're going to get that wormhole and they're going to fix it so the glitch is gone. That is the number one reason I do not go to self-checkout on Shop and Delivers, because they're going to figure it out. When they do, you might be bye-bye. You could be deactivated while everybody else is laughing at you for going through 18 carts full of fucking groceries with a goddamn USB cord. Looking like the dumbest motherfucker on the planet. Ape hangers on a Harley. You're like this. I'm the stupidest motherfucker in this store because I was told not to go to self-checkout. That's how you feel. But I won't be the one making a video about how I got deactivated like Dashing Trader claims, and I don't know why. I'm not going to be that video guy. But after watching all this, for Mr. Alex, I would say his name, but you guys know who I'm talking about. This video is for a very select few. This will never go anywhere besides that group. But this is my opportunity to tell you something. The inner fighting says one thing. It says you're doing something wrong. And even if it's a setup to get other people to believe that you guys are just involved in drama, that does not give you credibility. Nobody's getting played right now. What we are getting a dose of is just how fucked up the lounge is and how many diseases come out of the lounge. There are a few good people in the lounge. We got Alex, we got Dino, and we got Bobby. And the three of them are slowly finding out that they're not exactly on the same page as the inner circle is. Mr. Flex isn't happy. Even if that's a joke, even if that's not a big deal, some sort of a play, he still doesn't get any credibility for it. Terrible joke. Terrible way to go. How do you expect people to believe you in the future when you've been fucking with them in the past? How do you expect people to give you credibility when you keep playing them? My channel does one thing and one thing only. I come out with what's up here. I know I'm going to beat a dead horse here, but I don't get paid to do this. And if by some chance someday I did, I wouldn't change a fucking thing and let that AdSense go out the fucking window where it belongs. Tell me what the fuck to say. Tell me what to believe. Tell me to watch who says what on my lives. Don't talk about politics. Don't talk about this. Don't talk about that. Those motherfuckers always tell me that. Don't get my channel shut down, but yet they call me a homosexual because I wore a wig 15 years ago to make a fucking point. These are the motherfuckers that got credibility. These are the motherfuckers that you're going to listen to on a goddamn daily and put any fucking sense to it when that sense can be used elsewhere. When that time, that energy, anything that you fucking doing in that day, do you ever look back and say, I cannot believe I watched that or listened to it or thought it was real for 1 second? You know good goddamn well it's fake. If it ain't fake, it's just wrong. When Dashing Trader was up there on the lounge, I don't know where that came from. Dashing Trader does not need a lounge. He's got everybody beat combined. He does. His views, he's running ads, and he's getting paid on Super Chat? What the fuck he doing on the lounge? What the fuck is... He in cahoots with somebody on the lounge. My guess it's Mr. Flex. Mr. Flex is getting found out, and the underground is starting to spread the word. And I think that's why he pissed off the Cherry. Again, I know some of you have no clue what I'm talking about. This video is not for you. My apologies. You may continue and close this video out. I will be back with my original content at a later time. But when I'm talking to these people, they need to hear it. This is the only way I can do it. They've all shut me up on their lives. I get muted. And I told them I don't need your wrench. I have my own video channel. I can speak my mind the fuck ever I like. And when I do, it doesn't always make people feel better. But sometimes it wakes others up. And those are the ones I care about. The ones that wakes up. When you watching lies, manipulation, and fraud, and I'm watching the same thing that you are, yeah, maybe I'm your voice for that day, so you ain't got to deal with all the bullshit that I do. You might want to give me a round of applause for helping you out, keeping you off the aspirin, saving you from drinking too much, saving you from having headaches with fucking people that don't treat you right. They can beat up on me. You can sit there and watch and learn a little something about what it takes to be a fucking YouTube gig content creator. If you're going to be in the bullshit, you got to know what the bullshit is. And every once in a while, a guy comes around and guess what he does? He calls the bullshit out and he gets hate for it. But look at the people that are giving him hate. It'll make sense real quick. If you pop up and see it, we on the same page. The haters, the ones that don't want to hear the truth, they pop up with them troll accounts. They tell you how they feel. They all angry and shit. They're trying to make you mad. They're trolling your ass. I've been doing this shit for too goddamn long to let some 5-year-old Pippi Longstocking piss me off with a comment. The fuck and go. The fucking go. The fucking go. I don't give a fuck. I don't even delete the comments. I don't even block the channels. You know what I do? I ignore them. Why? Because my time is valuable. When I make a video, I'm not going to do a video about these Izzy. None of them. We all get them. They doing it. They're going to continue to do it. Best thing you can do for yourself is what? Be you. Mr. Flex, you got an issue, man. You're homophobic. You're a bully. And you lie. And if you say, what did I lie about? I'll tell you what you lied about, Mr. Flex. You lied about me. I'm more racist. I'm not a homosexual. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but I'm not. I think you guys remember my wife from previous videos. You know how I roll. I like hot blondes with big boobs, and I got one. She's a fine piece. She's a fine woman. She's a fine, loving woman. Made my life better. So Flex, if you're going to start lying and trying to make shit up and make somebody else look bad, you might want to consider this. Maybe consider that you are trying to convince people that they ain't no good, when in fact their audience knows they are. You are trying too hard to change reality. I am here to explain reality. Huh? All right, man, blunt up, Flex. It's going to be a long ride, bro. I'm going live in a few weeks. And when I do, I'm going to take my 2 viewers and shove it right up your fucking Subaru tailpipe. Twerp out.